Hey, my pretties, my lovelies. I know you're doing good, so I know you want to get into the topic at hand. We're about to do that. Pretty is just alleged tea, or we gossip is just talk about down below what we feel about a topic. That's it. That's all. Hey, peace. What's up? I finally got to go to a Beyonce concert, and this is not my first concert. I think I went with the one when she was with her husband, but yeah, this is what I learned about Beyonce after going to her concert. And I'm just here to speak on it. Okay, so for the longest, I don't know why I didn't really appreciate Beyonce as a singer. But after going to her concert, I feel like I have more respect for her musical talent. And this is crazy because I remember when Beyonce came on the scene with Destiny Child. To be honest, I really wasn't a Destiny Child fan as far as the music. I was more a fan of the individual women. I thought that music was alright. Okay. When Beyonce ventured off from Destiny Child, I never could really just get with her music like I wanted to at first. But I knew she had like lyrical talent, but I felt like, it was in progress. But when I tell you, after going to this concert, my found awareness to Beyonce's talent it was mind-blowing, mind-boggling. Like, the woman has talent. Literally, I was up here thinking that she was, auto-tuning most of her music and her sound to make her sound a certain way. I just literally didn't think those sounds were coming out of her mouth to some extent. Because after hearing her, she has so many different sounds, like from deep, because my voice can be versatile too. Not that it matters, but she was one point she came out with a deep voice. One moment she was sultry, next minute she was high pitched, next minute she was alto, then she was tenor. Like, her voice has variations, and I love that for her. And the whole time she was singing, naturally singing. Like, it's no way you could edit that to be like she was faking it. Because it was points in her concert that she stopped and she let the audience sing. I don't think that was edited in. So the sound of her music was literally mind blowing. I'm just saying, like, I knew I was going to be in for a treat going to Beyonce concert. But after going, I was just like in awe of Beyonce. Because I was thinking Mariah Carey had the vocals, right? And she does. But after this, and knowing how long I've been a Beyonce fan, I'm thinking Beyonce has the lyrical voices of the woman's time right now, like that I can really celebrate. And she might be the epitome of R&B, or I don't even know what she calls herself, her genre, for women lyricists. Like, she was giving what needed to be gave, baby. What needed to be gave. And not even the aesthetics. Her aesthetics were immaculate, amazing, and had a point to them. But when I tell you, it was some time where I just couldn't even sing back. I couldn't even say anything. I just had to like listen to her sound. And some of that sound was like on, like it was on that high floating in the clouds sound. And I was not even coming down. Like, I was like, wow, Beyonce, I've been sleeping on you for real. Like, cause she also got the little southern twang, like, baby bass, get down on the floor. I'm gonna get down on the floor. Like, she can go down with it. And I think that's crazy. Okay, my phone is calling. What the heck? Sorry about that, technical difficulties. But and shout out to the people who really just embraced me, because I came to the concert like a cripple, and there was so much help there. I decided to go by myself, just for the experience. But like people were so complimenting. Like as soon as I came through the door, you're so beautiful. Then I was came and I was in a freaking wheelchair, and the next one was like, I love your outfit. Oh, I love your outfit. Oh, I love your. And I had something, kind of, chic on. I had like some gold shimmery pants on with a top that was like black and sequin. So if you saw me, that was me. But yeah, I didn't end up sitting on the floor or whatever, because I did get, as soon as I had got off from saying that I found a ticket for 2Gs for 2 people, I end up finding a better deal, and I end up taking it. And the crazy thing is, when I got there, talk about the fiasco, I'm jumping off the subject. When I got there, somebody was in my motherfucking seat. That's the crazy part. And then they was like, trying to be so accommodating so I could sit down too. And they shifted, and the fact of the wheelchair seats really weren't like numbered. It was like they had seats, and then the wheelchair accessible seat was like, it was just like off to the side. And so I didn't know if that was my seat or not, really. But I wasn't tripping. I was like, let me just sit down. But they was like, they had to like double up and sit like 2 in a section just so I could sit down. They was like, you good? You comfortable? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Even though I know you not supposed to be sitting here, but I'm good. Yeah. And I was so comfortable. I had a good view, excellent view of the stage. Even though I wasn't too close to see Beyonce, like up close, the screens made it everything. Like the screens were everything. And I wasn't even that high up. But I was like, Beyonce's so small, because literally I could see the stage. I was that close to see the stage, but literally she, like, it was just her. It was so small. But anyway, so like the people were just amazing and helpful, and it was so crazy because on the same row I was sitting on, despite somebody being in my seat, somebody else came. They was tripping about their seat, and it was so funny because they was out in the gear, the Beyonce gear. Because I had like gold on, but I also had like a little shiver of silver in my see-through black sequence top. But anyway, and then I had my little lemonade braids with the gold in it. Yeah. But anyway, so it was these 2 ladies, fabulous women, and they were like saying this with somebody in their seat. And they were trying to get help from the people that were there. And people was there was like, I don't know what to tell you. And they were like, what you mean? I don't know what to tell you. Who work here? They was getting a little feisty. So I had a little side entertainment before the show. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, they shall nuts. But anyway, so long story short, they went to this person, that person, even a whole police officer. And the police officer was like, I don't know what to tell you. They're in your seat. And they was like, hold up, I know I'm not hearing this right. And they was about to go off. So celebrating to them because they did not spaz out, but they did have to go to several people before they were able to get in their own seat, bro. And found out somebody was in their seat. And the funny thing is, before they got their seat, the last octave before it got really crazy, and it was like right behind me. It was so funny. The woman was like, somebody brought them some seats to sit behind somebody else. And they was like, are you serious? You gotta be kidding me. And I was trying not to laugh because I was about to crack the freak up. But anyway, I was trying to play it cool because it wasn't me. I had my seat, I had my view, and I was just hoping that I wanted somebody's seat, because at this point I knew where the seat was. Like, it was like in my area, and the person next to me was just like right there, and like I was like 1 seat away if it wasn't my seat, because it was like 2 wheelchair spots right there. And what it was is like some folding chairs, and you just take the folding chair out and you would just push your wheelchair in. So that was the crazy part. So anyway, with that being said, well, shoot, maybe they put them folding chairs there. I don't even know. But it was so funny because these people were literally about to not have a seat that they paid over $500, $600 for, because I know I did, And it was so funny, right? And so then they looked on the seat, and it's like, they had talked to people like, this is my seat, and this is the group of people that took my seat. They was in their seat. They was all like together, like a group of like 4 or 5 people. But they was chill with it, and they was like, oh, y'all, and she was like, I know, like, yeah, you could sit here, but I pay for these seats, and I want my seat. They were trying to be cool with it, but I was low-key gagging, just a little bit. I was like, ooh, child. But long story short, they got their seats. I had my seat, so I wasn't tripping. Maybe they felt sorry for me because I was in a wheelchair. They didn't want to mess with me, even though I was in my seat. But it was like, I think I was supposed to be one seat over where the other people was, so they switched out with me, which was same location and everything, which I like that seat better because it was like by a rail, So it worked out. So yeah, that was a gag. The gag is they taking seats at the Beyonce concert. Baby, those seats is too expensive for you to be taking somebody's seat for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But I had a good view and I wasn't tripping. But it wasn't like these people was gonna be like $100 seats. Oh, it ain't nothing, get over it. $50 seats, get over. Nah, baby, I spent a grip on these seats. I want my motherfucking seat. Let me find out. They acted like the Beyonce seats ain't nothing. That's why you taking seats as it is. And then somebody was like, you had the best seat in the house. I was like, you know what I'm saying? If people came through there, people just talking to me, I don't even know. Like, I'm up here just chilling, and I'm just so thankful that people talking to me because I'm trying to get out of my area where I don't talk to people. And so I'm up here just like, why do people keep talking to me? You know what I'm saying? But it's just my persona. It's my personality. People just, I be looking like superstar sad. People just want to talk to me. And I thank them. Like, I love people for real. But at the same time, I'm just like, don't talk to me right now. Because I was already like, yeah, braced up, chaired up. But anyway, so back to Beyonce. So basically, I just want to say that Beyonce does her own vocals, no autotune. Now I was thinking like, yeah, if it was any autotune and that wasn't her voice, her magnificent voice, then that must be one of them $1 billion mics. And she's a billionaire allegedly, so she and her husband can afford one of them mics. But I doubt that's what it was. Like Lily, her voice was immaculate. Her voice is amazing. And if you have not went to the Renaissance concert, I would advise you to do it, or at least go to one of her performances soon, because whenever that will be, because her voice was top tier, heavenly top tier. And it was really like a spiritual experience almost. Like, I was here for it. Like, I was just sitting there like, really? I'm in here witnessing this right now. So I'm thankful for that. And then of course Blue Ivy performed, and that just made my whole night. Of course Beyonce made it too, baby. But I was just so glad to see Blue. And I was gonna make this comment, and I hope it is not taken the wrong way. But do y'all remember when Beyonce was pregnant with Blue and they showed a picture of Blue when she was like a baby? I remember seeing that photo, y'all. It's so crazy. I thought the baby was like fake. It's crazy. I thought, because the baby, like the picture of the baby was so pristine and doll baby like and perfect. I thought Blue Ivy was literally like a doll. Like, not for real. And then she like grew up and she started looking like the baby and everything. And I'm like, oh, it's a real baby. And I know that's crazy, but even now, like looking at pictures of Blue Ivy, she looks like how she looked when I saw her as a baby. It's so crazy. Like, her silhouette on her face is stuck there in time. And I be like hating on that, because I be like, I really hate the fact that I thought Blue Ivy was kind of like not real. Because her face was so angelic, which is a compliment, a good thing. Like, I just didn't want to believe that like she was actually real. And then she grew up and she's up here dancing on the Beyonce tour, like a whole choreographed situation. She's definitely real, and she has a big name for herself. And so I'm proud of her. And I just want to know if I was the only one. No, don't even comment on it. If I was the only one that felt that way. Because I was like, that baby looked too beautiful to be real. That's what I was thinking. It's so crazy. And I feel like weird for thinking that. But literally, that's what I used to think when I first saw her with pictures of Blue Ivy. Like, and then you heard about her with the pregnant baby bump or whatever, which of course she had a baby, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like a lot going on. I was making all these speculations in my head. Like, I knew the baby was real, but I thought like they had like alter the baby, and I thought I was gonna say like computer generated, like a face or something to cover up the real face to hide the real identity of the baby. That's what I was thinking. Like they were trying not to show everybody the real face. So I was just in this conspiracy theory, weird stuff going on with Blue Ivy. Then Blue Ivy stepped on the scene, baby. She made her presence known. She was shutting down Jay-Z and Beyonce, telling them what they need to do, and I loved every bit of it. And also, now she's a dancer, and you know she has her physique. I love her braids. Like Blondie, the braids is cute. I want my braids done like that, like for real, for real. I had the lemonades, but I definitely got to change it up too. I ran lemonades before I was even thinking about a Beyonce tour. Like I was really, like I don't know why. But shout out to Beyonce for starting the lemonade braids for sure, for sure. And they, like I said, had a little gold on the ends of mine, so they kind of matched my little gold pants, sequence pants I had on. I would have put a picture in here, but I don't know, like what it's giving. Maybe not. I don't know. But just shout out to Beyonce for the experience, for doing this tour, because she said it's a gratitude tour, and I won't forget. A while back, I was like, I'm ready to see Beyonce. The next thing I know, she's admitting that she was going on tour. Then I was like, I gotta go to the tour, but I didn't want to be around people. Then I ended up hurting my leg. And the day of, it's so crazy. Me with a broken, like a hurt leg or whatever. Like I was up there even walking, like getting ready for concert. I was literally walking. So Beyonce was giving me life. No crutches, no nothing. Even though I have done that before, even though I paid the aftermath like the next day. But like I literally had my whole life getting ready for the concert. And I had my whole life throughout it. Like I enjoyed it so much. Beyonce just fierce. She's savage. She's fierce. She's a mother. Like she's everything. Like everything. She's top tier. She's a good person. She cares about people. She has a good heart. I don't care what anybody says. And you know, despite the speculations and beef, she's a good person. And she treats people the way she wants to be treated. And I love that for her. And I just love the experience at the Renaissance tour show and seeing everybody in their little silver. Like you knew it was Renaissance time, because literally I had to be the oddball. I had to be different. Like I had to put some gold on. I'm like, I'm gonna put gold and silver together. It hasn't been done before. I'm gonna do it today, right? So I pop out. And everybody else in their silver. And I'm like, are they still supposed to be wearing silver? And I was like, obviously they were, because in the show it definitely had silver. A lot of silver. And it was silver everywhere. Shout out to people, you know, respecting Beyonce's wishes, because I even had on silver. But it was like some people like was in bathing suits, like butt out. Like I saw somebody like in a thong. I was like, wait a dang minute, I want to see all that, you know what I'm saying? But I just turned away, you know, I didn't look too hard, you know. I was like, let me just turn away. And it was so crazy because I'm up here trying to scoop myself in this wheelchair. That's a whole nother story for another day, baby. But anyway, we got through there. And getting out the crowd, like luckily I parked really close to where I needed to be to get to where I had to go. Then I swerved on up out that thing. But the traffic was crazy because I didn't like leave the house like right till the concert was supposed to be starting, or like a few minutes before. And the traffic was atrocious. So shout out to Beyonce, who understood, like she gave people time to get there, because baby, the traffic, when I tell you, inching. And then there was a traffic light that was freaking out. Like she was considerate enough, because baby, by the time I had got there, it was like past due. I think the show started like at 9:30ish. And thankfully to her, because literally I was just in traffic for a majority of the time. And I feel like she understood that and knew that, and she wanted to give everybody a chance to see her come in, the whole production. Now, some people talk about her being late, but I really feel like it's just because of people, she wanted everybody to have the opportunity to be there to her show on time. Just like the time that they said that she paid for the workers to work later to get people to her show. Like, she just, and take people home. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she just has a good heart, good spirit. Because I feel like that's the only reason why that show was started a little bit later, and it was just because I need to get in my motherfucking seat, baby. And I feel like she just waited for everybody to get there, because it was definitely a packed out show. It was definitely walls and walls of people. It was definitely like thousands, if not 100,000 of people there. It was a lot of people, and I'm just so thankful that I got the opportunity to witness it. And yeah, they found out it was a lot of celebrities there too, which is crazy. So yeah, that's basically all I had to say. That Beyonce is definitely a talented in her own right, and I definitely have been sleeping on Beyonce, because I don't know why I didn't think like all those sounds was her. Like, she literally was like, get bigger. Like, she did the flawless sound. Like, all those sounds were her. That's the crazy part. She is so multi-talented, multifaceted, that she can do pretty much any sound. It was one sound, one point, like, I love that song. I don't even know the name of the song, because it's kind of song I don't even remember hearing before. She literally sound like Michael Jackson, ABC. I was like, what? Beyonce, this is your voice? Beautiful. Beautiful. Like, ABC. No, I can't even do it. Simple as 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, girl. But like, she had that Michael Jackson sound early years, and I was like, what? I had no idea. I never knew. So yeah, y'all definitely go check that out, for real, for real. Because I definitely have a new sense of respect for Beyonce and her talent, her as a person. And it's real. It's genuine. I feel it. I freaks with it. As always, thank you for stopping by his house. Please like if you like any part of the video, and feel free to subscribe and join part of our parties, our family, our lovelies. Definitely want to hear what you got to say down below, so comment, because we will have interaction down below whenever possible, whenever we can.